Imagine a scenario where you must leave everything behind in an instant. This is a bug-out scenario. It's a situation none of us want to face, but in an unpredictable world, preparation is our greatest ally. The concept of a bug-out scenario isn't just about having a plan, but coordinating that plan with the people you trust, your family and friends. In the chaos of a crisis, there's no time for confusion or second-guessing. That's why a well-coordinated group bug-out plan is essential. It involves everyone knowing their roles, responsibilities, and rendezvous points. It's about having a shared understanding of your bug-out location, the routes to get there, and the supplies you need to survive. Remember, survival isn't about going it alone, it's about working together to overcome adversity. As the saying goes, failing to plan is planning to fail. Now, let's delve into the benefits and drawbacks of a group bug-out. In times of crisis, there's strength in numbers, but can it also be a weakness? Let's delve into this question by discussing the pros and cons of a group bug-out. On the bright side, the advantages of a group bug-out are numerous. First, shared resources. With more people, you have the potential to pool together more supplies, tools, and equipment. You're not just relying on what you can carry on your back, but what the collective can bring to the table. Second, diverse skills. Each person brings their unique abilities and talents. One person might be an expert in wilderness survival, another in first aid, and yet another in navigation. This diversity can significantly enhance the group's overall survival capabilities. Third, increased security. There's safety in numbers. A larger group can better defend itself against potential threats, and it's less likely to be targeted in the first place. However, every coin has two sides. Alongside these benefits, a group bug-out also brings some disadvantages. Complex coordination tops the list. Getting everyone on the same page regarding plans, routes, and responsibilities can be a daunting task. It requires clear communication, patience, and strong leadership. Next, slower movement. More people mean more stops for rest, food, and bathroom breaks. This can be critical when time is of the essence. Increased visibility is another downside. A larger group naturally attracts more attention, which can be problematic in situations where stealth is crucial. Lastly, there's the issue of resource drain. More mouths to feed and bodies to care for mean that your supplies will deplete faster. It necessitates more extensive preparation and storage, which can be both costly and challenging. So, we see that a group bug-out can be a double-edged sword. The key lies in choosing the right group. Balancing these pros and cons effectively will ensure that your group is not just a crowd, but a well-oiled machine, ready to face any survival scenario head-on. Choosing your group for a bug-out is like casting for a survival movie. You need the right mix of characters. It's not about assembling a group of action heroes, but rather a well-rounded team with diverse skills and the ability to work together under pressure. Trustworthiness is the first criterion. In a survival scenario, you need to be able to rely on your group members as you would your own family. They should be people you can trust with your life. Next, consider the skill sets of your potential group members. Do they have a knack for navigation or a background in first aid? Maybe they're an expert at identifying edible plants or have spent years in the Scouts. The more diverse your group's skills, the better equipped you'll be to face any challenges that come your way. Physical ability is another essential factor. While it's not about being the fittest or fastest, each member should be capable of carrying their own weight, literally and figuratively. They should be able to handle the physical demands of a bug-out scenario, from long hikes to setting up camp. Commitment level is the final criterion. Is each member dedicated to the group and its survival? Are they willing to make the necessary sacrifices and tough decisions? A lack of commitment can lead to tension within the group and compromise your collective safety. Remember, it's not enough to just have a group of strong individuals. They need to function as a team. This includes having people with medical knowledge, survival skills, and logistical planning abilities. A medically trained individual can address injuries and health issues. Those with survival skills can help the group navigate the wilderness and find food and water, and those with logistical planning abilities can coordinate the group's movements and resource management. A great team can make a tough journey easier, but what roles should each member play? In a group bug-out, everyone has a part to play. Knowing your role can mean the difference between chaos and order. This isn't just about survival, it's about making sure everyone in your group is working together like a well-oiled machine. Let's start by discussing roles. In any group, there are leaders and followers. The leader's role is pivotal. They're responsible for making the tough decisions, maintaining group morale, and ensuring that the plan is followed. A good leader isn't just someone who can bark orders, but someone who can listen, adapt, and inspire. Beyond the leader, there are several other critical roles. You'll need a navigator, someone who knows the ins and outs of your bug-out routes. This person should be well-versed in reading maps and using compasses. They might even have some key knowledge of the local area, shortcuts, safe passages, and areas to avoid. Then, there's the first aid provider. This person is responsible for handling any medical emergencies that may arise. They should have a firm understanding of basic first aid procedures and ideally have some medical training, but remember, everyone in the group should have a basic understanding of first aid. After all, you never know when you'll need it. Now, it's important to remember that roles aren't set in stone. As your group evolves and people develop new skills, roles may need to shift. Regularly reassessing and adjusting roles based on changes in group dynamics or member skills can help maintain efficiency and effectiveness. This isn't a dictatorship, it's a team effort. And remember, in a survival situation, everyone has a role to play. Even the smallest task can contribute to the group's overall survival. From the person who maintains the gear to the one who cooks the food, each role is vital, and each person's contribution is valuable. Roles are set, but what about supplies? How can we ensure we're not carrying more or less than we need? That's what we'll delve into next. Stay tuned as we continue our journey into the world of group bug-outs. When it comes to supplies, it's about smart packing, not just packing everything. Now, coordinating supplies is absolutely crucial in a group bug-out scenario. Here's why. It's not just about ensuring that you have enough supplies, but it's also about avoiding unnecessary duplication. Imagine everyone in your group carrying a tent when you could have shared the load and carried other essentials instead. This is where a supply checklist comes in handy. A well-structured checklist goes a long way in ensuring that all essentials are covered and nothing is overlooked. From food and water to medical supplies and tools, every item should be carefully considered and allocated. Remember, survival is a team sport. That's why sharing resources is a key strategy in a group bug-out. Pooling your supplies not only lightens the load, but also fosters a sense of community and interdependence. We've got our supplies, our team, and our roles. Now, where are we headed? Or are we? Choosing your bug-out location is like choosing your fortress. It needs to be safe, accessible, and sustainable. It's not just about picking a spot on a map, it's about understanding the terrain, the resources available, and the potential threats. It's about having a place that can sustain your group for an extended period. Selecting a location is only half the battle. Planning the route to get there is equally crucial. You should have a primary route and alternative ones to account for potential obstacles or threats. Consider different modes of transportation, walking, driving, or even biking, and calculate the fuel needs for each. Remember, the best route is not always the shortest one. It's the one that offers safety, cover, and access to resources like water and food. And once you've agreed on a location and planned your routes, make sure everyone in your group knows them well. We're almost ready, but there's one last crucial step. Practice. Practice makes perfect, and in a bug-out scenario, it could also make the difference between life and death. This isn't a game of chance, it's about being ready for whatever comes your way. Regular practice drills ensure that everyone knows their roles, understands the plan, and can perform under pressure. It's about rehearsing until the unfamiliar becomes second nature. Think of it like a fire drill. You don't wait for the flames to learn your escape route, do you? The same goes for a bug-out. Practice your exit strategies, test your communication methods, and simulate potential roadblocks. Role-playing different scenarios can also be incredibly beneficial. It helps improve decision-making under pressure and allows you to identify and address any weaknesses in your plan. Remember, in the face of adversity, it's your preparation that will carry you through. So, are you ready to face the unexpected with your family and friends by your side? What steps have you taken to prepare for a group bug-out?